I don't know. Yeah, I think you have to do something other than the Galio that game, just because like you're last picking the Galio into your comp that doesn't have anything for Galio that Galio can help work, and the team fights just didn't make sense. Like, all right, I'm gonna step away for a second and rest my voice, so I'll be back in a sec. Game 3 should be up. I'm gonna turn the Chinese stream back on so you can catch y'all can catch MVP if it comes up while I'm gone. But yep. Back just in time to see that really cool POV of the triple kick knockout by Ning there. What a good fight. I don't think the play from WE has been that bad. I think that GA overextended a couple times in lane, which he was punished for by Ning and Rookie to let Rookie back into that game after they'd kept him down so well in the early game. Just the couple of overextensions to give kills up were pretty critical, but like they'd played that early game so well around Rookie, and just a step or two too far. And like Kandi's had such good jungle control. He's like, I think he's 3 buff both games. Well, no, he didn't end up actually getting that blue buff, but he's had super good early pressure in the jungle and just hasn't been able to turn it into anything. Like whether it's been missed ganks or like whatever you want to pin it on, it hasn't been good enough. And like again, credit to IG because I think they've been playing this really well. Other than haven't been particularly impressed with West, but it hasn't mattered. Like But so now like you gotta ask the question and we've kind of talked about this briefly in chat between games 1 and 2 is how for real is this IG, right? Like because this is MSI semifinalists defending Chinese champions Team WE playing a sub top laner, yeah, but like man, this has been a really impressive showing from IG, honestly. Like, and so like it's kind of the narrative question you've got to ask is how good is this team going into summer split, right? Because like you have Ning who is relatively untested in the jungle, and you still have your two like rock rock solid solo laners. Like Duke has looked so good in this meta. He's got so much flexibility as for what he can play. Um, and then rookie's been rookie. Like he's looked fantastic. And maybe the bottom lane will feed less than they usually do. Like Megan's shown a pretty good understanding of matchups, and West has shown that he's already got the Xayah pick, which I think, based on what we've kind of been seeing elsewhere in the world, is going to be important to at least have in your pocket going into the start of the split, of the LPL split. And like, I don't know, like, their group. Let's go look at their group real quick since we're group draw. LPL group draw results. Oh wait, that's a year ago's crap. This one. So they're in group with WE, in EDG, and IMA. Okay, here's 957. He's in the building. We did it. So we're going to see 957 for game 3. So this is, I believe this is WE's now full starting roster with Ben in there as well, assuming we're going to see Ben stay in. Because Ben did play most of the games. All but he didn't play he played the last game of the group stage and then the last 2 games of the G2 series. So Ben played 11 of the 14 games at MSI, so he's notionally the starter. And then 957, obviously we hadn't seen Lajoie before tonight at all. So I think WE can win this game. I called a 3-2 for WE, so I'm gonna sit on the reverse sweep and say that bringing in 957 is gonna change the entire dynamic of the series and turn things around. But I think they need to make a draft that makes more sense this game. So I'm much more interested in the draft than the players on WE's side, at least at this point. Yeah, the Jay Scalio last 2 picks just didn't make that much sense to me. Do I know who's on which side for this game? I don't. But so it's at this point, right? You have in the group in the summer. Which, okay, never mind. We're not going to talk about groups. We're going to talk about pick ban because we're already into pick ban. That was a lot faster than last time. First ban Kled. Hi 957. Welcome to the game. You're getting target banned immediately. Cannon ban, which WE has been permabanning recently. And I did not and do not bet. Alright, 3 top lane bans and an Ivern ban. Good. Now, ban the Lee Sin too. There's the Lulu ban. Now, you can ban Lee Sin and let Karma through, or you can ban Karma and let Ning have the Lee Sin again. That's kind of the choice at this point from WE's side. Like, I like the Ivern ban, but good response to it from IG by not banning the Lee Sin and having the opportunity to first pick it. I'd ban the Lee Sin and give up the Karma. I think that's okay. Or we ban top laners. Okay, take Lee Sin. So, but now you're going to leave the Lee Sin or Karma decision. So, IG are going to prioritize the Karma over the Lee Sin, which I find interesting. Because I didn't look all the way back through summer, but we haven't seen that much of Rookie on mid Karma. So you pretty much know this is going into the bot lane, right? So, which means you don't have to deal with as much of the, like, obviously, like, the Tom Kench was a hugely impactful pick last game in lane. And while Karma's good, it brings some different things. Okay, Mystic's going to stick with the Ashe. I respect that. We've banned out a lot of stuff that can go deal with the Ashe. Or we're going to get the Lee Sin. So Lee Sin Ashe is fine. I'm still not 100% sold on the Ashe, just because of how IG's fights have kind of turned out, but I like taking the Lee Sin away from Ning here. He's shown that it's a good pick for him, and we are going to get to see Ning on something we haven't yet seen in this tournament, with both of his 2 picks taken away. And a denial of the Shen pick. So this is interesting. So we typically, just in this format, have seen a lot of most teams take jungle and bottom lane in the first 3 picks. So taking a solo lane means that your bottom lane is open to getting punished a little bit more in the ban phase. Especially with already the lock-in of what we assume is Karma support. So, but now you can get West his Ashe, which is his preferred pick from everything we've seen so far. And then we probably... Do we see Elise here? We could see Elise, we could see Graves. I think we should see one of those two so that he's not target banned further down the pool. But, or we can get Rookie a Syndra right now. Or a Talia. That is the thing, is the priority mid laners are up right now. We're going to get the Syndra. Okay. So, Syndra, super good right now. Rookies look good on her. Almost every mid laner in this tournament's look good on her. So, I don't mind that lock-in. It does mean that WE almost certainly will ban 2 junglers. Probably Graves and Elise. So, and we're gonna get the Talia locked in a response. So then, IG can ban away ADCs. Now, you could see bans on Caitlyn, you could see a ban on Xayah if you think Mystic's got it, you could see a ban on Mystic's Ezreal, which has always been a strong pick for him. And WE can also choose not to ban... They're really going to try and make Duke play a tank. So we've had 5 top lane bans so far. We could have... I'd assume IG aren't going to ban anything. So, or we could see the Kog'Maw Twitch ban package, which is interesting because you don't have as much of the defensive stuff. Obviously, you have the Shen locked in, which is good with that. So we'll see if we see the Twitch too, because Kog'Maw Twitch has been a ban package we've seen in the second round of draft a few times when a team leaves their bottom lane up. Kog'Maw Kate's fine. You'd think Mystic can go onto Varus. He can go into Ezreal. He can go onto like. He's got options still. They're not obviously like the top of the list things here. We're on 7.9 post Sejuani and Zac hotfix. We're not on 7.10 yet. So they're gonna save ADC for last pick, which is interesting because you know the bot lane already. Not sure. Okay. Show me a jungler that can... Okay, that'll work. Perfect. So, we said the Galio lock-in. Same kind of question we had last game. Syndra, Ashe, Karma. None of those really want to go in. Kha'Zix wants to go in. So, we get to see the Ning Kha'Zix. And with that, yeah, I kind of do think the Ezreal makes sense here. It's obviously a comfort pick for Mystic. You've got some more negotiability to avoid some of the CC coming in from... Ashe and Syndra and Galio. So that is indeed the Ezreal locked in for Mystic. So he has a little more flexibility and escapability in these fights. And we've got team comps. Okay, so interesting. I like the Galio pick better for IG than I did last game for WE. But I think you've set up Mystic a lot better to be able to work through fights at this point. Like, even look, the Kha'Zix is going to have a hard time, like, just jumping in there and dealing with him. And so, like, with the disengage ability of, like, you've got the Shen to defend him, you've got Talia who can get stuff away from you, you've got Lee Sin who can kick back, and you've got Braum who can shield up. Like, I think you've set Mystic, who has obviously been your best player in this series, up a lot better to do stuff. And for IG's side, you've gotten most of what you wanted. You've got Rookie in a really strong lane. Like, probably should have some of the lane priority in this lane because of Galio's extra push power on the Shen. So it's like, I think this is probably WE's best draft. I still like IG's draft though, so I think this should be a good game. We'll see if WE can take their good early games that have been the thing they have had the last couple games, and if Condi can get ahead of Ning early again, and this time if they can run with that and not give that lead away. So, yeah, we're going to be in the game soon. I'll say again for those of you in patch who are I just type it. Typing is easier because y'all can read 7.9 post hotfix. Well, it'll be interesting to see if the addition of 957 completely changes how WE functions, because now like WE could excuse some of their problems from the last two games from having a essentially rookie top laner in, but now it's like you've got your full roster in, and you've got him a pretty decent draft. You got Mystic on a comfort pick. You've got some powerful picks in mid and top lane. You've got good support, and now you got to do it. So we shall see what we see. Doesn't look like we're going to get any aggressive, fun level 1 stuff. But if West isn't careful, he might find some friends here. West is going to get tagged by the Winter's Bite and forced to flash immediately. So doesn't want to get into any more trouble than that. Maybe could have gotten away without flashing, but once that Q from Braum hits, Braum's a scary level 1 champion. So Duke and Ning gonna have themselves a look in the enemy jungle on the other side, but nothing too much to find there. It doesn't look like they're gonna try and mess with Lee Sin. Oh, now Rookie's gonna have some friends here, and he has Ghost and not Cleanse here. This is a tasty little trap. All right, here comes Ben and Mystic, tagged by the Winter's Bite. Gonna take lots of damage, but is gonna walk it out. Looks like he is gonna be forced to back, and WE aren't done invading here. They're gonna keep trying to get advantages with this aggressive level 1. Ning too is gonna take a ton of damage. All 5 shots from the Talia Q. Kandi, where's the MIA pings? Everybody put the MIA pings on your screen when the Lee Sin flashes and misses the resonating strike. You've seen it before. You've played solo queue. Well, Kandi blows his flash for nothing. So that's, like, overall, pretty good invade by WE, but that was probably a little bit thirsty. But it is going to put the Kazakhs, again, pretty significantly down in this early game. Looks like Lee Sin's going to take away his Raptors, and then is encouraged to go back for the red buff. So it looks like Kandi, for the 3rd game in a row, is going to get a 3-buff start and a good lead. Hasn't mattered so far, but yeah, and GA is going to get himself an early level, little bit of an experience lead. Doesn't look like it's going to get punished too hard yet. So Rookie should be okay in that lane. It looks like he got back in time to not be in too much trouble. And yeah, Kandi's I think Kandi's gotten 3 buffs every start of every game so far. So he's played the levels like 1 through 5 really, really well in each game, but the impact's gone significantly down after that point. So he does have himself a good lead going on to start with here. And yeah, Rookie's fine, because the Rookie did walk his way out of that. Nice combo by Rookie to get all that damage there. So yeah, that again, we had a couple moments in game 2 where we complimented Mystic on his lack of blowing a summoner spell. Rookie, through all that pressure in the roam up from the bottom lane of WE, didn't burn a summoner spell and got back to lane in time to not be down at all. Is being forced to burn a lot of mana here early to try and clear these wave, and is missing some CS, but that'll happen under the threat of Talia's early push. Nice aggressive walk in from Ben. That is gonna be the stun happening. Nice tons of damage put out from Mystic, just getting every ounce of ability he can get out of. I don't know about Megan walking up into that lane that forces the Igniter. Oh, that's why. Hi, Kazakhs. That's heal and flash forced out of Mystic, and he might live. Oh, now we got a teleport coming in. This might have been a bait too far. That is first blood to Megan, and a teleport canceled, maybe by Galio up in the top lane. Alright, now Lee Sin is here. First blood on the support. I don't know about West and Megan playing so far up here. We'll see if we can see. Because Ning's still at 100 health. Remember, Kandi doesn't have flash, so if he goes in there, he's dying. So he's going to elect not to be greedy, which I think is a wise choice. But nice little skirmish from West and Megan to draw in the bottom lane from Team WE and get themselves first blood with the assistance of Ning. And nice first blood from Ning there after being punished so early. To make your first gank that impactful as Kazakhs is really nice to get done. So good on him for making that count. And again, like this time, don't even have first blood go down for WA. So we shall see. Probably didn't want to go into Karma, but you know, take what you get. So, whew, that's a big trade. Ghost for Flash looks like was the trade in the mid lane there. We didn't see what happened, but that, I'm going to guess Syndra went ahead and hit a stun and traded out a lot of damage there. And Ghost for Flash is a pretty good trade for Rookie. So both mid laners are back. Lost Chapter coming in for Rookie, second Doran's, and Boots for, and a refillable potion for GA on the Talia. So we shall see if that matters. He does have cleanse. I'm interested to see. Maybe it wasn't the stun. Maybe it wasn't the stun. Maybe it was just flat damage. Because you'd think if he was stunned out, he would have just cleansed out of it instead of being forced to flash. But we'll never know because we're never going to see a replay of that. And then yeah, Kha'Zix is fine. Might just be back times. Kha'Zix is actually ahead on his build path right now because of that first blood participation. And now Duke's going to be in there. He's going to hit the taunt onto both of them, and that Resonating Strike. There's the go on the Resonating Strike. Forces the flash out. Okay, so they got the Summoner spell. Here comes the... Okay. Rookie's going to be forced to flash immediately. Turns the Cinder ult around. It doesn't... Not much of it gets blocked out by the Unbreakable from Ben there. So GA takes a ton of damage in response. But that was perhaps a little bit bold. Looked like Rookie might have flashed over that wall into Talia and Braum, which is interesting, but aggressive, shall we say. And yeah, that was good trade to get Galio's flash, but like he's got triple Dorans. This is like little breakpoint with Galio that we talk about a lot that lets him clear caster minions with 1 Winds of War, and yep, clean Syndra CSing from Rookie there in the mid lane. I don't know about that Weaver's Wall. That Weaver's Wall was like, does it cancel the length of the wall if you do it, or was that just completely shorted out by GA? Because that didn't look particularly good. Nice auto trades by West. Every little bit of damage you can get out on this bottom lane counts. Condi and Ning are looking for each other here. Condi's probably going to get spotted first if he walks down and puts a ward in that bush. And Talia's going to come get some tasty chickens here in the mid lane, and that is a little bit annoying for Ning to have to go over the bomb rocks that explode when you dash, because he does in fact dash. Now Condi's hit by a Mantra Q from Karma, but is going to be fine to walk away with yet another red buff. So, and it does not look like GA is enjoying this lane at all. Interesting priority. We hadn't seen priority on the Syndra, and I think it was banned out both the first 2 games. But for IG to take it away in first round of picks, looks like you got Syndra for Talia in the first round of picks, and that looks like a very comfortable lane for Rookie to be playing, and is going to be even in CS, but he's looked like he's had more pressure in that lane and more threat of acquiring a kill. West might be in trouble if he walks up too far, but WE's bot lane is going to show out of that bush. And it looks like West 2 is going to head in the direction of the Blade of the Ruined King. Yeah, so he must have just like shorted that Talia wall up there, because that didn't do pretty much anything. Condi's going to be seen on his red buff, but nobody's going to be close enough to deal with that. Kha'Zix is busy handing over the blue buff to Syndra, and that'll be that. Looks like he might have some ice. Syndra's pinged out, but Weaver's Wall is up if they wanted to be aggressive, and he only has Ghost, so he couldn't get over the wall, but doesn't look like Lee's close enough to punish that at all. We'll see if Talia roams now. She's got a nice push on this wave. She's going to get spotted out, and Ning's going to see this pink ward in this brush. Might be threatened here. Oh, that stun's just barely short. Q from Lee Sin misses. There's the ward control. Ooh, this is a lot of stuff happening right now, and Condi's just going to die to Syndra ult. ZA's also going to die. This is not going to be a good fight for WE. Alright. Shen Stand United did the wrong... Well, I guess Syndra was going to ult whoever Shen didn't use Stand United on. This is going to... Yep. We did the thing again where IG got a lot of kills in a fight at like 10 minutes and are going to get a huge lead off of it. How soon until this minion wave? This minion wave's not going to quite get there. I think they might just stick around for this turret. Ning's going to have to jump out. is not going to get target by the last side, and that's first turret blood. That's a huge mistake. Okay, so like Shen ults GA, which is fine, but he's not going to live, and Condi dies, and yeah, that's... They took that fight willingly, and it did not work. Boy. Ning has two... Yeah, I was going to say, like, this Kha'Zix has been enough, and the early game was bad for him, but he's just been involved. He's 100% kill participation, 0-0-4 on the Kha'Zix. West is in trouble. He sees that he's in trouble. I don't know if it's going to matter. But that little bit of vision from the Hawkshot is just enough to get him out of the way of the Braum Q, and he survives and is able to farm under his turret while Megan re-arrives. Boy, this is a problem. Alright, so Mystic, again, has a CS lead in lane. That's been a reoccurring theme of this series. It looks like Shen senses that he might be in danger here, and looks like he's walked far enough away. Nice taunt to get out of the EU Sun from Syndra. And now, here's the cross map. So, here's the Weaver's Wall. Ashe might be dead before the Talia gets there. She's going to flash out of the way. Nice kick from Condi. That's 2 kills picked up for Lee Sin. Okay, they played that well. He needs to stop taking tower now, though. Is he going to die to minions? He's going to... Condi? Like, it's not going to matter, but... Yeah, so West was basically dead before GA get there. Like, the damage is nice. Yeah, he's killed by the end of the kick from Lee. Okay, so Kha'Zix solos out the Rift Herald. That's I think the earliest Rift Herald we've seen in the tournament. That was a 12-minute Rift Herald. Yeah, the earliest one we'd seen before this from the round of 12 was at 13:23. So that is a massively early Rift Herald. So good pair of kills picked up bot lane by Condi. Boy, if IG set up their Baron right, they can just go take mid tier 2 with that Herald. Like, look how you can see on the map how low Syndra got that mid tier 2, kind of probably because Condi just died. Ben and GA don't know they're standing on a ward. That's amusing. Nice Monster Q, Karma. Good job. Easiest one of your life. But, like, if they can get Herald anywhere near that, Herald just kills that turret. I'm pretty sure it's low enough to just kill it with the headbutt charge attack. Like, which, getting mid-tier 2 this early in the game would be a huge advantage for IG. Not that, like, they're only up by about 1,500 gold, which isn't as big as their leads have snowballed to be in some of the rest of these games. But, like... That's one of those, like, snowball consequences, right? Like, I don't know if Lee would have been able to defend any of that push from mid if he hadn't died, but it's just one of those things that you left Syndra alone for so much time. Nice little acquirement of the big chicken. GA is... Rookie's gonna kill him. Yep. That's a solo kill for Syndra. Not even gonna need the Herald. That turret's gonna be dead. Megan is gonna stall Condi from getting here for as long as he can. Yep, and that's... Okay, so the turret's dead. Here's Herald. Oh, they're going to go for the inhibitor turret at 14 minutes. Herald's going to do so much damage to that turret when it gets there. That's a... Oh, man. They're going to need to win this fight pretty conclusively because that's going to be so much damage. Okay, here comes Condi with the Channel. Disengaged nicely by the Syndra W. Herald's going to take that turret. That's not going to matter. They have to win this fight. Condi's just going to die. Mystic is over the wall. He's doing good damage, but that's 2 kills already for IG. Oh, this is a 14-minute inhibitor is what this is. Oh, boy. Yeah, Talia's going to get here now to try and deal with Herald. But, yeah, they're... Oh, and GA's stunned, forced to burn his cleanse again. And Duke's going to go down here and 1v2 9x7 to Mystic. They can't get back to this. Herald is... Oh, GA might be in trouble now. Oh, that's a dead GA. Yep. And Ning is going to... Ning is going to die. But Herald's going to get a headbutt charge onto the frickin' Nexus turrets at 15 minutes. Oh, man. What a punishing pressure lead. And they get a turret in bot lane. Like, holy cow. So it started like Jia gets solo killed before this starts, right? And then like Ning immediately gets here with the Herald and places Herald. So this whole time while this fight is going on, the fight's great. Rookie's really fed. Everyone dies. The end. But like the fact that they just could have Herald taking the inhibitor that whole time during the fight is so nuts for this early in the game. Like that's man. And there's just a certain point in the game, like, right, it's 15 minutes into the game. Your champions don't even have damage to really deal with super minions this early in the game. Like, Ezreal's on Blade of the Rune King in a tier. Like, it's hard to kill the stupid things, because you just don't have the damage. So, man, that's so punishing. And, like, Rookie's a monster, by the way. He has 6 kills. I don't know if you knew. Rookie has played so well this tournament. He's just unbelievable. I think he might have ulted the Braum if that stun had hit, and he's got the damage to just kill him at this point. He's on 2 items already. Like, boy. You don't see this kind of map control and vision control at 16 minutes into a game, but when a team loses an inhibitor this early in the game, like, we almost never see this at this level of play. Boy, this is the kind of push you expect with a Baron, right? This much pressure, 4 people bot lane, while your Galio is winning the split push top lane, right? Like, if that stun hits from Rookie, 2 people are going to be dead when we come back from the stream disconnecting. So I'm going to guess that turret's dead. We'll see if anybody else is dead when we come back. Okay, nobody's dead, but the turret's dead. Yep. Yeah, and like they have to spend so much of look how little damage Talia does to that minion. Like it takes 2 full rotations of her spells to kill and it's not even dead. Like it's just brutal. Well, it's like they have all the pressure from minions. So yeah, it's a dead lane, right? But like they they're always guaranteed to have pressure in that lane because of how long it takes the minions to die. And they have all the pressure in the 4 on the one side lane and the 1 on the other. They're winning both of those split pushes. So they just have all of this minion pressure and control all across the map. Like maybe if they were like losing the split and that just oh, that's a tilter. Karma steals the big wolf with the Q over the wall. That's a tilter, if you're Lee Sin. Ning's gonna solo out the Cloud Drake. WE have somehow gotten an Infernal Drake early in all 3 of these games that they've lost, and it just hasn't mattered. Like they've gotten the Infernal Drake against the run of play every game, and it hasn't mattered. So Ning is waiting. Ning 017 on the Kazakhs, about halfway to a Black Cleaver. Rookie's gonna come over this wall and is gonna get hit by the Braum Q, so he's gonna get seen. Still think he goes for it if he wants to try and hit that stun, but yeah, it's like so Shen's got Galio pushed out, and the 2 of them are dancing up there. Looks like 957's winning that duel. But ooh, don't know about that flash. Like I don't think he kills you. And you can see all 4 of them in the rest of the base, right? No one else is gonna be there for you. Like, yeah, this is just like look at all this pressure. So the inhibitor's back up now, finally. So Rookie and Ning are cut off. Rookie has flash. Ning doesn't care. The Weaver's Wall might keep their inhibitor up, but Mystic, nice shift by Mystic out of that Q. Whole bunch of damage onto GA from the Karma Q and the Cinder damage, and yeah, they're just gonna retake the inhibitor on cooldown. Just perfect map play. And now if 957 can get out of this, it's gonna be interesting because there are 5 members of IG right on their way for him. He's gonna taunt over the wall and get the blast plant on his way out. Oh, they're coming for him. Yeah, he's gonna nope, there's the Ash Arrow, the prey play. Nice use of the prey by West there to interrupt the teleport and ensure that the Shen is dead. Alright, so this is a 5v4 Baron. Condi can steal this. This is on 20 minutes, but like they've got the mid wave pushed up, so their base isn't gonna be in any danger. There's the disengage engage by Karma. Rookie's gonna take a lot of damage. GA's exhausted. Looks like this fight's going pretty well, and Mystic's being able to put out a ton of damage. Now Rookie's out of mana. Rookie might go down. Okay, so yeah, and Mystic's just look at how much damage Mystic is able to output in this fight. And Megan's gonna get popped. Yep, that's even this far ahead. And here comes the Shen ult right as soon as he's alive. Goodbye, West. You're gonna die under the tower. Okay, yeah, so that's Rookie's gonna get away. Now the quote-unquote desperation Baron. Now, is Rookie gonna be able to get here before they take it? How good's their damage? It looks like it's gonna be good enough that it's gonna go down before Rookie can get there. If it's gonna be there and channel their backs. Okay, there's the Weaver's Wall to try and disengage him. They get the Baron. How many of them are forced to flash out? Stun kills. Brahm's dead. 957 taunts out over the wall. They're not gonna be able to taunt out, so they're gonna get Baron and get away with it. And their base is only now going to start being under pressure. So their Nexus turrets should be fine. So you saw the hubris, right? You saw the greed here. Rookie's all the way out of mana. He just can't put out damage anymore, and he's just out of this fight. And Mystic is just able to free hit this whole time. Like, just one bridge too far, right? Like, the game's been going so well for you, you're like, oh, we got this. We can take this 20-minute Baron, and then you just walk in and feed away 4 kills in the Baron. Like, and the thing is, it looks like IG are probably still going to have pressure all across the map after that because they're just because of the map pressure, but like, man, that's how to throw a game away. Right there. That's how to throw away like an 8,000 gold leading the mid inhibitor down. Clinical. Alright, so what can WE get with this? They can get farm, they can get a little bit of map control back. They've got gold now. They're only down, like, they were down by, I think, 7 or 8,000 gold. And now they're down by, like, 3. So that's way more manageable. And, like, Mystic, as I can tell, already putting out a ton of damage in this game. He's got the completed Mirror Mana already, got the Blade of the Ruined King done, got the Sheen. He's in Ezreal, he's in a good place, but still, like, it's just so much pressure. And yeah, they're forced to recall from top lane before they can even get that outer turret and top down because of this, just this amount of pressure coming in the bottom lane from IG. All 5 members down there with the push. Dragon's not up for another minute, but like, what this Baron's gonna do is it's gonna give WE time to scale up and get items, which is essentially what they need because they've proved they can win fights. Okay, so Rookie's caught. What's Rookie gonna be able to do here? Duke gets in there. All right. No longer a winning fight. Nice knockback from Talia, and Mystic's alive, but like, Galio has flash taunt if this wants to happen. It's gonna take a while, but they're gonna kill 957. I respect the idea. You have Rookie cornered. You have a good fight. Galio gets there and screws everything up with that Galio ult. Like, so the kickback on the Karma is great, right? But then Galio just knocks up 2 people. Condi dies instantly. Not far behind that, and that's tons of damage. Like, that's such a good knockback by GA onto West and Rookie, and gets tons of damage on him. But like, fight's already over. Nice sidestep by Rookie there. Yeah, he'd ghost on the taunt. All right. I don't know. Looks like Dragon's gonna come up and go down pretty much immediately. Ning's got that under control. And this Syndra is an absolute terrifying monster, by the way. 10:02. Rabadon's Death Cap 3rd. Probably gonna get the Void Staff next. And yep. And you know who doesn't have any magic resist at all? That Ezreal. Mystic, not going to get that red buff. Ning's going to get there in time to smite that away. That is an arrow onto... Yeah, that's such a... I wonder how far away that arrow was. He gets hit by 1 W from Cinder, and he's basically dead. He's out of the fight. Alright, Ning's going to take a lot of damage, and is going to get in and is going to die to something. I don't actually know what finished that kill. Something from Lee Sin. Okay, 1 for 0 to WE. Man, Mystic did not live by very much at the end of that. Man, how far away was that Ash arrow thrown for? Because he was stunned forever. Alright, taking a look at itemization. Obviously, Rookie's fed and is monstrously ahead of everyone else on the map. What is Mystic building? Is he going third? Is he going, like, Trinforce third? That's... like, it works, but... let's see, and then, like... Yeah, Kha'Zix has his Black Cleaver, has a Hex Drinker to deal with some of the Talia damage. And, like, it's looked like Gia's been putting out some pretty good damage in these fights, which has been good. Like, Gia and Mystic have both been playing these fights okay, but it's just been, like, they're fighting back against a lot at this point. And the other thing is, like, Mystic needs a Hex Drinker. He just does. Like, yeah, he's going for Trinforce. At a certain point, don't you have to just wait on that build path and go for a Hex Drinker when Syndra's this far ahead? Like, that's such... Or, like, go for a QSS, even, like, any kind of magic resist at all. Because, like, he's just going to get popped if Syndra ever gets near him. And it's not going to matter that he's Ezreal. Like, alright, IG are setting up around this Baron, perhaps a little better than they may have been earlier. It looks like they've got an okay push happening in top lane, too. Setting with the 4-1 again. Galio and Chen are going to do in the bot lane and be tanks. And they're going to get some okay damage. Okay, here's the Talia wall. They all get on the other side of it, and it doesn't matter. Kandi hits the Resonating Strike on the Ning, but his entire team is blocked by the Talia wall, so no one can follow up on it if he goes in. And he also just kind of dies in these fights. Like, Kandi can get in and hit a kick, but he's not going to live longer past that. Like, he hasn't been able to stay alive at all, just because... there's so much damage going out. Stun is dodged out. Minions are dead. And this turret's just going to go down. There's an arrow on Demacia, who nice cleanse flash out of it. And Shen ult. And that is... yeah, that was through... was that ult through a Braum shield? Like, and Mystic still almost dies? He's got to get some MR. Like, fine, if you're going to be greedy and finish your Trinforce, do it. But he needs MR really, really, really badly if he wants to live through these fights. Yeah, because Syndra's got Void now. It's 4 items. I think you have to delay the Trinforce at this point. Like, instead of finishing the Phage, you have to sell the Doran Shield and get a Hex Drinker. Like there's the I need Trinforce to do even more damage and get that spike going. The GA just knocked back himself out, so he missed his own Q. Interesting. Like, I get that not buying the Trinforce even longer delays his spike even more. Like, that's fine. Doing no damage in fights because you're dead is better than doing less damage because you don't have a Trinforce yet. He has to be able to live through Cinder ult, because, like, that's it. Alright. IG going to clean up damage around Baron this time. We'll see if they can not throw a fight around Baron with no resources this time like they did last time. Alright, Talia wall's coming in again. West is caught on the other side of it, but no one is close. Alright, I was being complimentary of GA earlier, but these walls have been optimistic at best, shall we say. Because now it's down and you can't do anything about it in the Baron pit, right? Like, because you want to be able to use it in Baron. That stun's going to go into Ben, not going to matter. Yeah, but it's just yeah. I can see the arguments for both sides, but I just think he needs to be able to stay alive at this point. Galio's going to use his ultimate to get into the Baron Pit. That like nobody's close. That's over. Condi can't face check into the bush. He can't even get close to the Baron to try and steal it. So clean Baron take. IG are going to back and use their resources. It's looked like they've been winning both the 4 and the 1 for most of this game. So now they have Baron buff and have been able to recall, get some good resources going. Ash has gotten to 3 items, and there's the Trinity Force. Now, can he get any MR with it? Nope. Okay. Yep. Very nice Baron take. Very nice setup for it. I think it just came up, and they were taking it 2-man. Dragon's up there. Ning's gonna go solo like his 3rd dragon of the game. Yeah, and the gold lead's back up to 7,000 where it was before they threw it Baron the first time. So, kind of a delayed process of what we thought we would see about 10 minutes ago. That wave's going to get cleared by Talia, and Duke's in here looking for Condi. Condi's going to get Rookie, but is going to die. So 1 for 1. Mid laner for jungler. Now, GA's exhausted, has Ning on him. Ning's just going to kind of kill him. Now, can Mystic get out of here? Syndra's dead. Taunt goes on to 2 people. Mystic is going to keep getting forced back, and his entire team's going to be dead, and Galio's going to try and dive him under his Nexus turrets. The life of the Ezreal. Triple kill for Ning on the Kazakhs. And alright, Mystic. 1v4. Syndra's dead. Duke's gonna recall, teleport onto the minion. There's 1 tower down. Here's 2 towers down. Mystic's gonna get out of the taunt by Galio, but it's not gonna matter because his Nexus is gonna be dead. GG, 3-0 victory for Invictus Gaming over defending LPL champions Team WE. There you go. The throw at Baron was bad, but really, like, outside of the first 10 minutes of each of these games, IG were ahead, like, the whole series. Monstrous series from Rookie. Just absolutely bonkers. What a series. What a win. It's still good to see, though, right? Even if we... Yeah, it's the Demacia Cup. It's not the regular season. Yeah, it's what it is. WE played subs for the first 2 games. But it's still freaking good to see IG look this good, right? Like, we can be excited about that much. Like, and this isn't new. We're not used to IG actually, like, finishing stuff off, right? They weren't that great last split. Even in Duke's first season. It's not news that Rookie's good. It's good to see Rookie look good, and good to see Rookie's team mostly look good around him. Like, it's cool. It's okay to be excited about this. This is IG beating the defending champions. It's good. Now, watch them throw in the regular season. Like, it's hard to have confidence, but it's cool to see them win like this. And they look... They have not lost a game so far in this tournament. They are now 7-0. 4 victories over lower tier teams. 3-0 victory over the defending champions. And honestly, what should be a winnable semifinal matchup. They'll play the winner of our second series today. I'm AOMG. And sky's the limit at this point. Like... That's a hell of a result. Like, say what you want to say. That's a hell of a result. That's WE losing in the quarterfinals. Like, you can spin that any way you want to spin that. That's WE getting 3-0 in the quarterfinals. Which, not a great look. Demacia Cup or no Demacia Cup. We will stick around and see who the MVP for the game was. I have a feeling it was that Cinder who was 10-0-2 by mid-game. Just saying. I think Duke got MVP for Game 1. I didn't see who got MVP for Game 2. So we ruined Rookie's perfect MVPs for the entire tournament streak. But have a feeling he's going to pick one up in this game. So I'm going to stick around on stream for that and for some post-game highlights of this game. Because there were some interesting fights, and like the fight at Baron was whatever, but like just the timing of Jie getting solo killed in the mid lane right into Ning getting there with the Rift Herald buff that he'd soloed at and taken really early. Um, that just did such a number. And then like they played the fight really well around that and got an inhibitor at really early in the game and just had so much pressure. Through a fight, let WE stabilize, didn't end up mattering at all. So, there is a question that I don't know the answer to at this point. I do not know if our next series will start at a specific time as they do in LCK, or if it will start with like a bit of a delay. The previous games of the tournament, which were not in Changsha, were started with a 10-minute delay between series. I suspect it'll be more than that given the live venue, but I don't know if they'll delay the start of the series till it was originally scheduled to start, which at this point is only 42 minutes away. I believe the schedule was posted that it would start at 2 a.m. Central, midnight Pacific, for U.S. followers. So I don't know that. We'll find out when they give me a countdown timer on the screen. But that was not the shortest 3-0 we've had in history because of that big pause before game 2, which was still never figured out why that happened. But yeah, so good for IG. I'd honestly I think we could see them reach the final pretty comfortably. Like OMG had been good, and I said OMG would 3-0 the next series. I don't think I may have been that good. Um, but I think that IG should look at an IG OMG semifinal of this tournament as an opportunity. And at this point, right, like if you assume that the favorites are the top 4 from the summer, you've just taken out the highest favorite remaining in the tournament, right? Like, and yes, Piram, I'm reading chat. I have nothing else to do. MVP for Game 3 goes to Rookie. Shock upon shock. 11-0-2 on the Syndra. Lots of damage. 76% kill participation. Only died in the last team fight. Yep. So, that's that. Here's some highlights of Rookie pushing R. Like, GA flashes out of that, but then W into Q, and then you're dead at the end. And then, like, WE collapse on this, right? But the Herald comes up immediately after that, and, like, Herald's pretty good at getting one turret. That's what it does. The problem was when your mid-tier 2 is down when Herald spawns, Herald can skill mac on your inhibitor turret, and that's bad. So, that looks like that might be the only highlight we're going to get. I don't speak Mandarin, so you're not going to get coverage of the MVP interview. I can't do that. So I'm going to switch to overlay now. And here we are. And then we're going to update current game. 3-0. Next update. Next game is Aime versus OMG. Game 1. Which 2 a.m. CDT. Question mark, question mark, question mark. So, yeah, like, we'll see. I'm going to turn the music on just because I don't know how long it's going to be. But who is World Sub for Izzy? Do we have a name on them? And any info? Obviously Royal will play tomorrow, but that's still interesting to note that Uzi's going to be out. And do we know if they're playing with Koro? Has he started yet? I'd gotten asked that by a couple people, but I hadn't heard the news. I have not done my roster research on tomorrow's games yet, I'm not gonna lie. I'll never give up. Yeah, they do still have Whoosh, don't they? Oh, they have Ming too, yep. I've got Whoosh listed on their roster as backup ADC on my ever trusty. They also have Y4 listed as a backup AD, who I don't know at all. Looking on my trusty esports wikis link. Always use your esports wikis to do your research. Looks like he's played for assorted challenger teams. Looks like they just signed him not that long ago. Their third backup ADC, that is Y4. Played for Now or Never and ZTR and Starhorn Royal and Challenger. So he's been around LSPL for a while but hasn't played on the big stage. Yes, it is the best. Always use esports wikis. Yeah, so like Whoosh obviously is a bit of a bigger name because he's spent time in the top division. And obviously did play for Royal before Uzi joined. Oh, and Team King. Yeah, he was on Team King. Rest in peace, Team King. Don't rest in peace. We don't miss you. So like a couple of ADCs with some pretty decent competitive experience. Like Y4 has been playing in Challenger since December of 2014. So it's not like he hasn't been around the scene. He's got a pretty good history on him as well. Yeah, and Mystic just gets zoned out of that fight. Rip. Alright, give me a countdown timer. Alright, looks like they're doing the 10-minute timer, so we're going to go right into the next series, which is awesome. Let's upgrade that timer a lot. 1:35 a.m. Cool. I was optimistic for a small break. So we can get into our next series, which will be IMA OMG. I am going to set my headset aside for a little bit and just chill in chat so that I can not overdo my voice in case we've got a long best of 5. And I'll put that in the overlay so that people don't ask. Talking in chat for now to rest voice! Exclamation point.